Hey, so you're having some second thoughts about your health in terms of whether or not the cravings are the culprits in your health journey, stopping you perhaps from losing the last few kilos of weight or, a stack of weight that you feel like you really want to lose now. And if you could choose one thing right now that could change your body, your health, would it be the cravings? Would it be the times that you're feeling this uncontrollable urge to eat not just one handful of chips, but the whole pack? And, or, ice cream. Like there's so much temptation out there. And look, I've been through it. I really have. And I understand you. And so that's why I have this one-page plan, because I've overcome not one, but three eating disorders: anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating. And all that has in common is, I mean, not all, but, like it's not just, but you know, it's this underlying feeling of lack of control, feeling guilty, feeling not disciplined, not good enough. I've been there, I get you. And look, sometimes the cravings are due to emotional eating, stress eating, boredom eating. And sometimes it's honestly just poor habits, like we just don't have time to sleep. We get uninterrupted sleep because of either kids or hot flashes, uh, or we just don't have the time to sleep. Or, you know, there's lots of reasons why we get cravings. There's also deficiencies. We're not eating enough carbs or protein. We're not feeling satiety enough, or that fullness feeling at a cellular level. We're eating food without realizing, healthy food, that is. We're eating healthy food that is actually not healthy for us and is triggering us to want to have more sweets. So, for example, food that is promoted to us as healthy and is making us have these cravings is artificial sweeteners that we find, let's say, in diet sodas, in lollies. And look, I've been there as well. Like I've run weight loss centers that were based on ketosis, and I was snacking on artificial sweetener lollies. And it was just making me more hungry. In my uni days, I was living off diet Coca-Cola. And I thought, hey, it's a stimulant, it'll help me lose weight. And because I had no sugar, I thought it'd be good for me. And look, it's a journey, and what we don't realize we can't change. So when we know what we're craving for most of the time, we can then acknowledge it, take hold of it, and start to release it. So the first step isn't to expect miracles. Okay, this is not like some hypnosis audio or some magic that I'm going to create here for you, but it's pretty close to it. Okay, because it works, and there's a process to it, to eliminating cravings, so you can lose weight naturally. You can become that body and weight that you want it to be. You don't, find yourself eating food late at night, even after a wholesome meal. You don't feel out of control with food. Like one scoop of ice cream is honestly satisfying. And I want to help you get there. I've got at least two methods that help to get there. Lots of clients have noticed a change and a better relationship. Not only did they lose weight, but you will discover, and they discovered a good relationship with their body. Okay. And your taste buds will change, uh, and your mindset will change, the way you feel and look at food. You won't feel that pull. You just feel like you don't need it. That's where I want to get you to in this one-page plan, is understanding you don't need it. So before we go there, to eliminate cravings for good. So what I mean by that is that we are looking at not feeling the pull anymore with certain cravings. Do you have cravings for sweet things, savory things? And we want to do it in a way that's for good. And what I mean by that is that it's for the long run, where you naturally don't feel a pull. And I'm not going to, yell at you or make you feel embarrassed for the cravings. It's not about that. And that doesn't work. Okay. What cravings is about is actually being emotionally intelligent, being observant of what we want as executives in our bodies and getting there. It's just about the right solution, the right method that's helped others, and just following the process and giving it some time. So already we're knowing that it's important to shift our minds. So I really do urge you to read these affirmations, because these are neurons that we need to change in your brain. We need to create new connections. You are becoming a new person at a cellular level when you change your habits, you change your body, you must change your mindset. That's where it stems from, is the control towers in here. And it will make such a difference with your body, with what happens on the outside. It's what you can control on the inside. So the universe is not in a hurry. You're on right on time. A strong woman looks a challenge in the eye and gives it a wink. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but nothing you can't handle. Cravings are not a sign of weakness. Okay, there's no judgment in your cravings. Please do not give yourself any judgment. Don't let anyone else give you judgment. If they do, put your boundaries up. Say, that doesn't serve me right now. Please don't talk about that. That's my business, please. Thank you, but no thank you. And if they keep going, criticizing your body, talking about your wrinkles, talking about your, that you don't have discipline, or, like you'll know that the toxic people or messages, you simply unfollow that Instagram account. You simply don't, you step away from that loved one, or you don't talk to that person anymore, or for a while. You just need your space, and you need to put your boundaries up so you get the information, so you can focus on the information that you need. And you'll know the right information because you feel it in your body, and the wrong information. Okay, there's a big difference, and you'll start to learn what's the best for you. So remember, this is an opportunity for you to up level your health, but to really take the reins, take the control tower position, and to know that you don't need the cheese, you don't need the ice cream, you don't need the lollies, you don't need the whole block of chocolate anymore. Whatever it is, and even if you do, you only need like 5 bites of it, okay? Because you're going to be a connoisseur of food. Okay, so here is the plan. So there's 6 sections here. This is something that I highly recommend you print out. You can go to Officeworks and print it out on A3 paper, okay? And then you get a pen, and then you would fill it out. So we've got identify your craving pattern. So what we don't know about ourselves, we can't change, okay? It's not about criticizing. It's not about, making ourselves feel bad or ashamed. The past is the past, even like what happened 5 minutes ago. It's all about learning. So doesn't matter how, what bullies used to say to you, what parents used to say to you. It's it's understanding your cravings now. So you can do, what I do with clients is usually a food diary. So you could do the same just for one day, even write down what you eat. Okay. And within 20 minutes, you write down how you're feeling. So, for example, at dinner time, you might, you write down, let's say you had spaghetti, and afterwards you feel good. You feel like it was a healthy spaghetti. You feel good, or it had some gluten in it, so you feel really not good, or you feel bad because it's pasta and you shouldn't be eating it, okay? And you ate so much of it. So there is nothing wrong with eating completely nutrition meals. In fact, I eat spaghetti at least once, even twice a week, but it also has vegetables in it, and the portions of macros are perfect because it's VCP, vegetables, proteins, and carbs. So when you are starting off with understanding your cravings, sometimes you'll notice that you feel like on a Friday, you overeat with chips and you feel bad. Or before you were feeling bored, or you were feeling anxious, or you were feeling a lot of pressure from work, maybe, and that that made you eat those extra chips. So, when we're eating a wholesome meal, we should be just feeling balanced, full, content, and enjoying the flavors. And then even when we're having a treat, it should be from a point of, I choose this treat. This treat feels, I deserve this, and I'm so full from my complete nutrition meals that I eat 3 times a day, and I'm so satisfied by eating this chocolate or this cheese and crackers. I'm so satisfied with the taste, the texture, the moment. I feel so full that I don't need any more. And you'll get to a point where you'll only need 5 to 10 modest bites, and there'll be never, ever any guilt ever again. So, understanding where the problem is important. Write it down or be curious about it for the next week. So, this, 1 week at a time, is just understanding where you are having the cravings, what time of the day, what are the cravings? Are you more sweet or savory or both? And like, how does it, how are you coping with it? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you having these cravings? Is it because it's coming from the emotion, like you want to disappear, or you want to feel like you want that crunch in your mouth when you're studying? You need to keep you need to keep up. Or you're feeling like you're feeling really tired and you need to pick me up, or you feel like you need a reward and you just don't feel rewarded enough. Or you're just honestly feeling so low lately. It may be winter, or you're just going through stuff and you just need that serotonin boost. It's endless. Or sometimes you're just thirsty. Honestly, you can get cravings from being thirsty. So that's why I always recommend, when you're starting this journey to eliminate cravings, when you are feeling the craving for whatever reason, you acknowledge what reason it is. Hey, I'm feeling so burnt out. I need something to pick me up. All right, you acknowledge that. You write that down here. And you drink some water and you acknowledge it with compassion, okay? Because there's no point ignoring it, because we're never ever going to be able to fix the problem. Problems are not problems, they're solutions, okay? And we're not here to fix you, trying to understand you. Dilute the craving and naturally it will go, okay? So that's that first box here. Awareness is power. So once you see the pattern, you can break it, okay? So number 2, expand your vocab, expand your power. So label it. Label what you're feeling, what you're saying to yourself. Like, I'm craving a break, I'm seeking comfort. So what are you craving? Like, let's go right now. Are you craving to have some sleep? Are you craving to have some comfort, to not be alone, to understand solitude better, to get more control back in with your finances, and or you want to feel more and look more toned? You want to you're craving more attention, you're craving more time to yourself. You know that there's something missing, and you know whatever it is, remember, we've already acknowledged that. But then we need to start to talk to ourselves in a different way. So instead of saying, like, I need the chocolate, try, I'm seeking comfort. You don't need it. Remember, your body, your mind will have already a pattern. It's going to say, I need ice cream after dinner. I need that chocolate at the servo. I just need it and I get it. Like some chocolates are just been there. But honestly, imagine getting to a point where you don't even think about it because there's just other things your mind's thinking about. Your body doesn't desire it. Your brain doesn't desire it. Your taste buds no longer desire it. Your tummy doesn't desire it because it's so complete in nutrition from the complete nutrition meals. Your taste buds have been away from sweets and savory and junk food for 2 weeks. Therefore, it's not craving those treats anymore and to that extent. Your brain has now been rewarded in other ways, such as you're going to get a massage, you're going to get 4 meals a day. So you're constantly comforted and you're looked after in many layers now because you are listening to yourself and you're talking to yourself better as well. So instead of saying, I need, you're saying, I'm listening to your body. I'm ready for some comfort, but I don't need the ice cream. I really just need a bath, or I need a shower, or I need some water. I need a tea. I need a complete and nutrition meal. I need some fruit. I need some rice crackers. I need to talk to someone that really loves me. Or I need to listen to a podcast that uplifts me. I need to listen to music that motivates me right now. I need to listen to music that relaxes me right now. I just need a good book. I need to go to the gym, okay? And I need to feel the energy in my body. Or I need a Pilates class or a stretch class and really just release it out. These are the things that you need. And, it doesn't matter how much you're working, you know, how old you are, you know, how much energy you are expanding, you're doing a lot just by living. So you need these things. We can't ignore what you need. So uh, you don't need junk food. You need water and you need to listen to your body and to create new pathways of truth for your body and for your confidence. Okay. So plan your nutrition and crush cravings. Yeah. So this is so powerful. What I spoke about before is the VCP meals, natural snacks for today. So you need 3 VCP meals: vegetables, carbs, and protein. Vegetables are, for example, that would be a spaghetti. So if you're gluten intolerant, you would use rice noodles or corn noodles, or even just brown rice, white rice as your carb. Vegetables, you'd have 3 vegetables. It's good to use an array of colors. I shred carrot, zucchini, and I chop up mushroom. What's your favorite vegetable? And then you would add in your proteins. So it could be a mince if you can do that, or a vegetable mince. There's other recipes in my recipe book from the Ageless Vitality membership. There's 30 recipes that you can use that are celebrating VCP and will help you to develop that repertoire of meals for at least 2 weeks, and you will never stop using them. I use them. I have perfectly balanced lifestyle now thanks to VCP method, something I had to discover after having 3 disorders, eating disorders. It helped me to gain control because I energetically, emotionally, mentally became fueled. My cells got fueled. I no longer craved food because I had carbs, I had protein, and I had all the vitamins and minerals my body needed. But it does take time to nourish your body and to get into that rhythm and that routine, so your body knows it's coming every 3-4 hours. It should know that a meal's coming. So that's why it is important to prepare your meals for the week. And then when you have meals that celebrate vegetables, carbs, and protein, your body is feeling satiety. It's fueling. It's not going in starvation mode. And that's particularly useful for those who are experiencing cravings. I can't find a way to lose weight. And hey, if you need to make the vegetables more cruciferous because you're over 40, and you're starting to notice the estrogen levels go down, then you add in the cabbage. The vegetables are easy. It's broccoli. You focus on the cruciferous vegetables, your kale, so your smoothie is still VCP, but it's those anti-inflammatory vegetables. And see how powerful nutrition becomes when we start to tweak and know what nutrition to celebrate, and as a routine that becomes your habit. Very powerful. So yeah, you end up eating 3 to 4 hours, and then you can add self-care, because sometimes you honestly are carrying a lot of energy. That is just the burden of the day. We're human, we carry energy that is unserving. And when you feel really heavy and burnt out, you do need to listen to that. And it's great to just keep pushing, but sometimes we need to step back to move forward. And that will help prevent injury from your resistance training or Pilates training or cardio, whatever, that mix of great exercise you do. It will help to release stress in your shoulders that you carry, keep your posture upright. It's important that you have good posture and really good health. Um, so, the self care, believe it or not, is the stretching and breath work. It's, massaging, doing an infrared session with your belt that you get from mentorship, or you can, you do those infrared sessions at your local place that looks after, that does like those Epsom salt baths and things like that. Uh, and then you do the skin ritual. It doesn't have to be expensive. The you know the ageless skin vitality routine that I talk about is something you do in the bath. You use Epsom salts. You do the brushing of the skin. You can get an infrared device at home. You listen to music. You do the breathing. You can really use really nice products, and your skin glows. You feel so good, and it's good for you because of the lymphatic system. Like, you just feel your skin gets so smooth and toned, and you start to feel really good. Serotonin levels boost up, dopamine. It's all really important. uh, Unconventional, or natural means to help you to feel complete in this journey of controlling and eliminating cravings. The 5 bite rule is very powerful. It's one of my methods to becoming a connoisseur and no longer feeling guilty for eating treat food. So, when you go out to an event and you want to try the food that's there, uh, for example, dessert comes out, and that's when you would try the 5 bite rule and you would implement it. I do it for all events, even at home. I no longer ever, ever, ever overeat. Okay. I don't need to count the calories. I don't look at calories anymore. I used to, but I don't, because I know, and I've measured it, that 5 bites of like a croissant, of a clean croissant, one that's baked from a bakery without all the emulsifiers and stuff like that. Or, a scoop of ice cream, small scoop of ice cream, that's enough calories to be enjoyed once a day, once every second day, So you can't go wrong really enjoying the food, tapping into the senses. That's what the 5 bite rule is about, or the 5 bite method. It's being a connoisseur, listening to your senses, tapping into your senses of taste, texture, how it smells, how it makes you feel. Every taste, every bite is just a delicacy of that treat food, so much so you feel full. You actually picture yourself, your tummy feeling sick if you have too much. Okay. And you got to get really in tune with that thought. And you will forever be in control without having to think of being in control or have that discipline. Okay, last but not least, so exercise to crush cravings and boost serotonin. What exercise will do it for you to boost the serotonin? Because remember, when we're having cravings, sometimes it is because we're just tired or we need that boost. And what way to do it other than, naturally? Sometimes we just need some sun. We need that extra light. We do need to go for a walk outdoors, or we just need to stretch. We need to go and do some resistance training. We need to get that sweat. It really does boost endorphins. It's a necessity. It really is. Go and do some gardening today. Write it down. What are you going to do every single day that will boost your happiness hormones? Because cravings are a sign that we need more. We need more movement. We need more self-care. We need more nourishment. We need to listen to ourselves more with compassion. We need to talk to ourselves better. And we need to reframe how we talk to ourselves. We need to put our boundaries up with what we take in with food and with what people say to us and what we follow on socials. So, as you can see, that concludes the one-page plan. I look forward to helping you further your health. It's amazing. Just give it a go for 1 week, 2 weeks, and you'll start to see the difference that no longer you crave things, you choose things. You choose those treat foods. And when you do choose them, you try the 5 bite rule, and you start to cook more in the kitchen. You start to feel in more control of your nutrition. It is so good. Such a great next 2 weeks. I wish you nothing but the best. And don't forget to book your evaluation so we can talk further about you and your health. It's just beginning, my friend. It is very exciting, and I look forward to being part of it. All the very best.